Prepare to have your mind blown out of the back of your pants. From Studio City, California, you're listening to The Second Column with Joe, Mike, Carlos, and Sean.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Second Column. We've got the giggles this week.
It's quite Carlos has the giggles.
Quite an intro there.
Thank you very much. We've been watching Mike do a slow burn for the last 2 minutes trying to get the show started. We're on some kind of relative time.
Carlos has never laughed this much at anything we've ever said.
Right. Now, Carlos usually only laughs this much if somebody gets hurt or an animal gets hurt. Like if there's a really good YouTube video where like an ostrich is eaten by a shark.
I love it.
Right. You're cackling hilariously.
But, it's just funny, fucking around with people,
Oh, yeah.
But animals do
I was
it
about to
to
say,
humans,
what does that
to each
mean?
other, and to humans. It's even better.
Exactly. Do you have are there any new videos you've been watching? Any new animal attacking videos?
No, not that I've seen.
None beats the one where the alligator pops out of the water.
The big, the lion, the water buffalo, and
the
alligator, crocodile, whatever.
Right.
Fight the fight in the jungle, the Welcome to the Jungle song
remains the greatest.
Yeah,
we should put the Welcome to the Jungle song on there and just post it, even though it's against copyrights. It works when we watched it. So
I think we should redo it maybe, or do a little rewording of the song.
I agree. All right.
You know what? Just to chime in with one thing. You know what? My favorite thing about the end of the year is
what's that?
Is all of those like blooper videos they show, and a lot of them have animals in them.
Right.
But those like the world's best commercials in the world. It seems like for a week, every national channel, especially now because of the strike, does these videos of, just like stupid shit happening. And some of it's from, like the 70s. Like some of it's just literally, it's like intern week where everyone's gone on vacation. And it's like, just find some videos of, alligators biting news correspondents.
Yeah.
But it's honestly the one thing that like, I was back in Chicago with my family, and everybody can sit down and watch that. It's like no matter what you like, you listen to hardcore rap, you listen to country music, you're 100, you're 4, and everyone can get together and watch like an ostrich like peck at some like BBC correspondent and just love that together.
The two favorites you should check on if anybody hears, or if you're interested in those videos, go to Pinky the cat. That's always a good one. Mm-hmm. And the other one is the exploding whale.
Yes, the exploding whale.
Try to get rid of a whale carcass.
By exploding it?
Yeah, that is a classic.
It landed on some guy's car, a piece of it.
You kind of have to wonder what they were actually thinking.
They weren't.
Yeah, like it's clear that there's no thinking. Has anybody seen this? Has anybody seen this news show that I think it's premiering this weekend, where the guy dresses as a hippopotamus?
No.
And
what?
It was on Conan last
night. Please, writers and producers, get together.
Freaking pull it together.
Make a deal. Any deal.
This guy has this like shell. It's a 200-pound shell of a hippopotamus, and he stands up. So you see human feet walking beneath it, and he walks 10 feet and he sits down, and they come up and they like start to explore him, and he's just there. He's basically just there to get close to them.
It was late last night, and I saw the preview for that, and I just said, the man's lost his mind.
It's hilarious, though.
I can't wait for the Tonight Show.
Yeah. The most terrible thing is that is on C-SPAN 2, I believe.
Yeah, it probably was.
Some rhinoceros is going to be really appalled because the costume kind of looked a little fake.
I think it was hippos, though. So the rhinoceros community
or
will probably
hippos, rather.
Yeah. Don't confuse those two, because either one of them will kick your ass. Yeah.
Can a hippopotamus, like, it's such a goofy looking thing, but can it just kill you?
Oh, yeah. It's actually dangerous than lions and tigers and whatever, and bears.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. Very good. Well, hey, great animal talk segment at the top of the show, guys.
Yeah.
Very, very exciting.
You're welcome.
Thank God we finally got to get that.
Got that off our chests. Huh?
Woo.
All right. We are joined by our full contingent here. We welcome Sean back. Sean, good to have you back. Sean Kearney.
Oh.
I'm a sexy version of Megan Parks.
Right. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that. And we've also got Mike and Carlos both here in the house, and we have we're 4 strong once again. And we are going to actually be taking a look this week at something that I guess I didn't write it. Something that I at least posted to the website.
Lazy.
Which is the answers to the joedonatelli.com personality quiz. So what we did was I printed them out for the guys. They got a chance to take a look at them, and we're going to discuss. Now, what's great about this is the readers sent in basically the content for this week's column, which is great because then I didn't have to do anything.
Are you on strike?
Which is no, I'm not. I'm not part of any union to be on
just
strike
checking.
from. Yeah, I saw George Clooney interviewed the other day, and they were talking about the writer's strike, and he's like, "Well, I'm in 6 unions." So I was like, "Fuck you, 6 unions. You and your 6 unions.
What, the lumberjack?
Give me one.
union
Just
or
give me
something?
one union.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like just give me a half.
Does
give
he
me
f-
like junior membership."
Does he fix up sets or something like that?
Yeah, he's
too?
part of the set. He's part of the Gaffers Guild.
Oh, okay.
The set director. Yeah.
That's
so,
What did you? They had Bob Saget was on something, and he said that he was part of the butchers union, and
Nice.
everybody laughed, and then it was the only joke he got in the whole interview. Everybody laughed, and he went, "Actually, guys, I'm genuinely serious. Before I got into acting, I was a butcher, and I'm still part of the
I
union."
didn't even know the butchers had a union.
Yeah, they do. I
Do
think
bakers have a union too?
maybe.
Like to bake custard pies and.
Next question. Mike's gonna ask if candlestick makers also. We see where this is going, Mike.
Well, I mean, you know,
get the
if
joke.
if
Yeah,
butchers have one,
we get-
then
we get-
bakers should probably have them too.
Right. What? And
Well, I don't know.
you don't
I mean,
care about the candlestick maker.
know,
wow.
Clearly,
Hey,
Mike
I
is
never
no
thought about
friend. No friend of the candlestick maker. What
They're
a-
gonna be
I've
picking
never
it
thought
out
about
What
here.
a dick.
And they can pick it around the
Oh,
clock.
geez.
Yeah, a candlestick maker can pick it at night, for he has candlesticks.
Yes.
Sean, very good point.
Very good.
All right, very good. Well, hey guys, I hope you got a chance to read.
Yeah, I did. That's why I was laughing.
I didn't.
Really.
I only got to read a few things. but-
Oh well, I happen to enjoy a lot of the answers. So some of the people who responded and sent me, they either posted these to MySpace or they just sent them back to me as an email.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So Danny, Michelle, I want to thank you. Steve, V, Mike, Tom, Angela, Tina. There was a bunch of people. I hope I'm not missing any.
You're
Doug.
missing a Q, an
Doug.
R,
Yeah, not me.
S and T.
Who's V?
V is a guy I know from back in Cleveland. So he has a very distinctive first name, and I don't want to like kill.
Wait, Mike's gonna ruin it. Mike's
No,
gonna say his name.
No,
In
this is the
typical
part,
Mike
yeah, this is the part where
Costantini
Mike
version.
gets people fired from their jobs. No, he has a very distinctive first name, and it's stuff that gets on the internet. I don't want to trace back to people specifically. It's
That's fine.
not
With
fair in
giant-
case he ever applies for a job somewhere.
I do think it's funny though. I mean, if you mention his first name, no one's gonna know.
Yeah, they would.
Is it vagina?
No, but
I mean, that name.
No,
the name is that like.
yes,
I mean, it
No.
must be like Elijah or something. I
yes,
mean,
it's Elijah. It's Velijah, Mike. It's clearly Velijah.
What?
Wow.
What kind of a possible name? Like Vladimir? I
No.
mean, do you know of
No,
Vladimir?
wait. Keep guessing until you
Yeah,
get
keep
it.
guessing until even if he says it, I'm not
That's
gonna.
what I'm saying. I can
acknowledge.
understand if it's
Yes, you will.
Vladimir. Okay, maybe there's only one Vladimir in the United States, but really,
You should never work for the government or any top secret information type thing.
Well, on top of that, one Vladimir, I think I know 2 off the top of my head. You picked the most common V
Yeah,
name to
yeah,
say that there's
exactly.
only one.
yeah,
Vladimir Guerrero.
One, yeah, exactly.
And
All right, fine.
let's get another Vladimir.
Vladimir Lenin.
Thank you.
Vlade Diva?
That's not an
all
American.
right, then I'll change it to
Oh, Victor.
Vlad Dracul.
Vlad, Vlade Divac.
There's only one
That's-
Vlad Dracul.
No, that's a
No.
far better example.
Yeah.
You picked far too common of a name
Yeah,
to
you
say
picked
that
Vladimir.
these
Yeah.
are uncommon names.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. So anyway, good deducing, Mike.
I
Good.
love how you protect your sources.
Oh yeah, no. I want these people to write back again. I want them to write my column for me again and again. So I need to protect these people's confidentiality. So anyway, all those great people chipped in, and they had a lot of really, really funny answers.
And by the way, Joe would go to jail for V if they wanted to subpoena this
No,
column.
you wouldn't.
I would.
You-
Just like those.
you saw him down the
Just like
river.
those guys in San Francisco with the Barry Bonds case. I'd stand up for them. Plus, I'd get a couple months off from work, and then I could write a book off of it. So it would really work out really well for me. So
Keep dreaming.
now I'm kind of contemplating just blurbing the name out there because it would really work for me.
The book would be called Vladimir's Story.
It'd be called Vladimir's Story.
The loneliest name in America.
Oh man, I bet you can look that stuff up and see how many Vladimirs there are in this country. I bet it's about the 10th. Oh, here we go. Sean's got the iPhone.
Bro.
Beautiful.
This has been a great information source. Like I'm finding the iPhone thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Although it's not a true iPhone, apparently, from what I heard from Sean. It's
What'd you get?
It's the iPod Touch. So
Oh,
it's all the
okay.
functionality of the iPhone without the telephone and without the data plan.
But that's
That's cool.
That's better though, I think.
yeah, it's probably.
Yeah, I'd actually like to have that.
But
So-
I like this having information at the.
So what is
touch
it?
of
Does
our
it look
fingers.
for the Wi-Fi in the house, Sean?
Yeah, I went straight to Netgear.
Yeah.
On,
By the
on
way, if you're ever
good
driving by
Wi-Fi.
Mike's
That
house
was
with a
a
laptop,
Netgear.
just look for Netgear. I think the password is nothing.
Yeah, actually, we're not encrypted.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
should be though.
Exactly. So anybody who wants to abscond with our bandwidth,
Yes.
need only pull up in a car outside the house and take.
Well, you know, in Chicago, apparently the cops have been cracking down on it because it's a common thing for people to pull up in laptops
Right.
in front of houses, and they don't know what to charge them with, so they charge them with loitering. Apparently,
Wow.
because technically you're not stealing anything. All you're doing is slowing down someone's
Yeah,
internet
it
connection.
slows down the bandwidth.
But they charge them with loitering.
What are these people like downloading movies and other massive things?
I don't really get why you need it, but
porn.
yeah.
Porn.
Yeah. Wow. Well, yeah, I'm sure there's some of that too. So, all right. While Sean does his research, I want to share some of my favorites, and you guys please jump in with yours. But
Sure.
I think the baby question elicited a lot of good responses.
So this one you got from, is this like a knockoff of MySpace? Right?
Yeah, it's like a MySpace
that
post.
That stupid questionnaire thing that they
Yeah,
always do.
like people always fill them out. Like, wait. Sean, do you have something?
Oh,
All right, here we go.
drum roll.
This is the U.S. baby name popularity for Vladimir as a boy's name. And this is in ranks. I don't know out of what. It doesn't say.
Okay.
So it has a little bit less, but it's not too bad, actually. So imagining that there's 1 million people out there. Let's break that up into names. There's quite a few names. There's probably, I'd say, tens of, if not hundreds of thousands of names.
Right.
Vladimir in the year 1990 was 728th.
That's pretty good.
The 728th
That's
most
pretty
popular.
common.
Not bad.
Going up, it decreases pretty much every year until or up to, this thing goes to 1998. It was the 989th most popular name.
I guarantee
in
you,
the
though,
US.
with the rise of Vlad Guerrero, it went up again.
Oh yeah,
Because these kind of things have a cultural influence. I
Sure.
wrote a story a couple years ago for Scripps Howard about baby names, and there were people who, God, I'm trying to think of some of them. There were like 4 Cavassiers born
Wow.
in the year 2000, 2001. There was a couple ESPNs, sometimes ESPYN,
Oh,
sometimes
God.
ESPN. Those were some good names. So take like any popular brand name,
Yeah.
and either add an E or a Y to it, and it's probably a baby's
Pepsi.
name.
Well, the popular
I'm sure there's a Pepsi.
the
out
popular thing now is like older names are coming back, like Elida and Esther. Apparently, they're
Really?
naming kids what they name people like in the 20s.
Oh, that's
Okay.
horrible. Bertha. Imagine Bertha.
there. Yeah, there's never been an attractive birth.
No.
just to keep some perspective on things though. So it was about 700 and something ranked was Vladimir. Carlos in the year 1991, 61st.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
what about
good.
Mike?
It was probably an 8th.
Yeah, I would say
No,
that's way
third.
up.
a lot
or
of Mikes.
second.
I put
Well,
it
my
way
name
up
is
there.
really Michael, but people just call me Mike.
Well, it'll be under Mike or
It's
Mike.
the laziness of society.
Well,
Okay.
it was the laziness of your parents in 1976.
No, they named me Michael. Everybody else just like got lazy and they called me Mike.
Well, I gotta call you. Michael.
Oh, as a baby boy name in the United States, as of right now, Mike, not Michael, 686th
Wow.
most popular
What the
name.
fuck?
So
Really?
you're close to Vladimir, buddy.
Wow, you are. I should have just called him M.
Yeah.
From now on, Mike is M. Wow.
Go fucking figure. How do you
I'm
figure that?
I'm stunned. And it,
Of course, this is on a website called yeahbaby.com. So I don't have the most reliable.
isn't that an
source.
Austin Powers website?
Yeah,
What- the yeahbaby.com website? Is it? Doesn't seem like a reliable.
In
source.
1990, Mike was 500th. So you
Wow.
were 200 away from Vladimir.
He really fell because that used to be a really popular name. Yep.
I hate it when somebody in the room has my name. I don't like it. I like being the only Carlos in the
Yeah.
room.
Well, often you are. Well, in LA, you have a worse chance of being
Yeah.
Carlos. But if you were in Ohio, you'd be the only
Thank
Carlos.
God.
You wouldn't even need a last name. You would just be Carlos.
Really?
Like if you went to my high school, yeah, you would be Carlos.
Like everybody would know who I
Like
am.
Prince. Like you would just be. Yeah. Nobody would
Wow.
question who the
Yeah.
hell you were. Yeah, definitely. Like we had one Latino guy for like one semester at
Poor
Mayfield.
guy.
Yeah, and I think everybody thought he was a drug dealer, even though it probably there was no proof that he was. It's just the one Latino guy at the White
You wear
High
a lot of
School.
Hawaiian shirts or a lot of like.
He was like he was just a real quiet. You know who he was like? He was like Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite, like real quiet and awkward, and yeah, like just kind of that vibe.
all those drug dealing
Drug dealing.
And because he was only there for one quarter, everyone said, "Oh yeah, he got kicked out for dealing drugs."
He was probably a narc.
Maybe
After
he was.
all
Maybe he
that.
was our 21 Jump Street.
What was his name?
I don't remember what his name was. It was
Pepe.
No, it was what? Pepe. Pepe was the name of every boy in my Spanish textbook.
Pepe Paco.
Yeah, Pepe and Paco. And yeah, and yeah.
Tito.
Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, clearly drug dealer.
Wow. Well, it shows a lot about Mayfield.
Yeah, it does. Well, we had one black guy. His name was Wiz. That was his name. His name was Wiz. Kind of
Called
like
him Wiz.
that was his name.
Because he was
Wiz.
like the movie The Wiz.
I don't know if that's how he got the name, but everyone knew his name was Wiz. And I remember he was a pretty decent guy. I just don't remember like how he got the name Wiz or anything like that. But that
we could look up how popular.
look how popular.
No,
Wiz
we
is.
won't.
So real cultural
Is
diversity.
what nationality is V?
I'm not gonna say.
I think I have an idea who he is.
You don't know him.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Don't.
Well, maybe the name. I have an idea.
All right. Well, you can share it off the air. But
All right.
Don't.
I will. Don't worry.
Because then Mike will have to go back and delete it later on.
I know what it is.
If you're gonna whisper to me, don't whisper
Oh.
into the microphone, Carlos.
Sorry.
Carlos is still.
If
learning.
the name was like Edemefius, then I'd understand.
geez.
Maybe
Wouldn't
that
be
was
because
probably-
it starts
Where's
with
the
a
V
V.
at the beginning of Edemefius?
No,
is it
but
silent?
silent.
Is it silent? I'm
V,
trying to
like,
picture it in my
I mean,
head.
how many like? I mean, there's got to be people with multiple names of the same thing.
The problem is you can't
come.
come up with another V name,
Yeah,
and yet
you-
you're saying that it's not. It's
You've
a
come up
common
with
name.
you've come
Give
up
me
with like
three
two
V
Vs.
names.
Yeah.
Victor, Vivian Vance.
Wait, just because the last name starts with a V doesn't
Volf.
mean that it counts as two.
And you know what? V might not even be the letter. I could be protecting a whole nother word, and maybe his name starts with Q, but I went to V.
Well, I did say vagina.
Shit.
You know what I
That
mean?
doesn't start with a Q though.
So
Carlos.
Oh.
might not even be the right letter.
K?
He actually didn't write anything.
Is that that Spanish kid from
It's
Mayfield?
the first letter of his name is a tilde. Actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a tilde. No, he didn't actually say anything too controversial, but I'm just
All
into
right, no.
protecting people, and I want them to feel like they have a safe haven when they write to me and put stuff on my blog.
Well, speaking of V,
Yeah.
what did he say? What was the question?
Oh
What was
wow.
a good V one? Oh, it's a good question.
Wait, there was an article today.
What was a good V one? Well, here.
No.
Would you punch a baby in the face hard, but non-fatally, if it ensured 10 straight years of peace on Earth? And V replied, depends on the baby.
You know what?
That was a very mature
I
answer.
saw that. I would not do that.
You would not punch a baby.
I would not punch
Now,
a
the baby won't die.
No, I don't care.
You would prevent death and starvation and bloodshed
care.
for 10 years.
That's just nature. You don't mess with nature.
What?
You
That's
could save people, though.
Yeah,
Well,
it's in
no.
my nature to punch a baby in the
All right,
face.
So now
to
we're
save
going to
the
be
world.
overpopulated by a bunch of people. Though.
What if okay, here's one. Okay, well, what if you have to kick your cat Duncan
No, I'm not.
to at least 10 yards, but you get a lifetime pass to the Playboy Mansion.
Oh, yeah, I would kick.
You would kick the
Well,
cat.
It's a cat compared to a baby. What are you
All right,
talking about?
wait.
I would kick him
Would
10
you
yards.
punch a baby in the face, not fatally, to get a lifetime pass to the Playboy Mansion?
No, I don't think.
No
No, you wouldn't do
pants
that.
allowed.
No.
No pants for the girls. All grotto access.
Oh, I wasn't talking about the girls.
No.
You could put on a boxing.
I have
glove.
to think about this.
Nicole,
put on a boxing
Nicole Lenz is your personal escort.
Can
the entire time
Can I
you're
think
there.
about this? Can I?
No.
Can I sleep on this?
Decision now. Decision now. Punch the baby or don't punch the baby.
Punch it. How hard? do I have to
You got to
this?
punch it hard, like a good solid, like a
jeez.
bar punch, like a 3 Budweiser bar.
But you
punch.
know
Right.
it's not going to kill it.
But it's not gonna
just
kill it.
Will it be
going to
attached to
destroy
a
its life.
wall or something? How would it be? Because I don't. I
It
mean,
would be sitting kind of on its butt, really cute in the middle of the room.
Because if I hit it hard, it's gonna fly across.
It's
the
gonna
room.
fly.
That's
it's gonna
better,
fly
though.
backwards. But
Because if it was attached to something, its neck would snap
right,
when you punched
so it will bounce back and it will live, but it's gonna be black and blue for a while.
That's fine.
Do I have to see it afterwards?
Yeah, you do. You have to see what it looks like.
You have to live with it. One Carlos and
You know,
a baby.
I don't think because then they're gonna ask me how'd you get this lifetime pass?
Right, and you're gonna have to tell them.
And then they're
I
going to
know.
love you even more.
Right? Yeah, I punched
Well,
a baby.
so freak. Well,
Because what if you became known as the baby punching guy? And then you have to live with that stigma.
yeah, that's
But you get the all access pass to the Playboy Mansion. I don't know.
all right. I'm gonna do it.
It's all right. Well, you found your tipping
Good.
point.
All right.
I like Danny's answer.
What was Danny's answer?
Yes, and I didn't even read the second half of the question.
That is a good
Oh,
answer.
what a
I agree.
He
what
would,
a-
he would just punch a baby, and that's the kind of guy he is. He would punch a baby,
Because you asked him to.
or just because
Just
it's there.
because,
Yeah.
He's-
I think if you ever saw a baby not surrounded by anybody,
He's
and
just
it was
aw-
just there,
He's just awful.
he might punch it.
Well, I do that all. Like, I don't know about you guys, and I kind of start to think sometimes that this is because I play a lot of video games. But when I'm standing around like a parking lot filled with cars, every once in a while, I just want to like kick a light out or
Right.
trash a car, do something like that. But I think to myself like I'm good enough to like reel it in and be like I'm not gonna do this.
Someone's been playing a little bit
Well,
too much Grand
actually,
Theft Auto.
But part of me is like, if there were no restrictions and I could just do whatever I wanted, I'd like to do that just to see what would happen. If I could turn
actually-
it off really fast.
No, I acted on that actually once. Actually, Joe and I were wandering home from I forgot where. It was some bar or something.
Bar in
and,
Santa Monica.
We were a little drunk and had some built up angst or whatever. And there was this trash can, and I just wailed on it.
Did you
for 5 minutes?
Did you hurt yourself?
Yes, I did. I actually hurt my hand, but it felt so good for some reason. I don't know why.
Until you hurt
Joe,
his hand.
how did you react to this? Because I can only imagine.
All right, have you ever seen me with my mouth just wide open?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the reaction.
And it's usually in response to something Mike
did. Yeah.
The funniest shit though was like after I got finished wailing on the trash can, I picked it back up, put it up like never happened.
And wait, what was the? Because you're one of those drunken words of wisdom kind of guys. What did you turn to Joe and say afterwards, to justify this? I know there was something very deep.
I said justice has been served.
I see.
Exactly. He probably said something like, sometimes you got to take the trash out. Sometimes you got to put the trash out.
That was said when they blew up the whale.
I think it was something about the well. Yeah, and then next morning too, there was like this desk that was near my garbage can, and it wound up in the middle of Broadway. Like, I don't know who threw it there, if it was you or if it was your roommate who ended up like throwing this like desk. It sat in the middle of Broadway in Santa Monica for like 3 days. It was just these pieces of this desk were in the middle of the road.
That whole thing was a ruse, but we'll talk about that another time because it's kind of a long story.
Like misdirection?
Yes.
Well, it wasn't nothing misdirected. It wound up in the middle of the street.
Certain hands said they were going to take the desk, and then they never used it.
But why did it end up?
And certain hands lied to the other hand.
Right, I remember that. But why did it end up in the middle of Broadway Avenue in a busy thoroughfare in the middle of Santa Monica?
Well, that's kind of the mystery because I have no idea.
That's what I was wondering. Like I remember controversy.
I remember leaving and driving over it.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for getting out of the car and
someone left a Christmas tree in like the middle of Santa Monica Boulevard.
Oh, really?
And La Brea.
I thought you were talking
Fairfax
about,
or something like that.
I thought you were talking about Sean leaving his tree.
We've already told the Christmas. I think we've already told the Christmas tree
no,
story.
No, this was a whole other story.
Yeah, sometimes those things happen. So they definitely happen. Some of the best answers also came from. I thought Danny had great answers. I thought Steve had great answers too.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just pick out almost any one of his and laugh. I don't know if you guys see a good Steve one right off the top of the bat.
Well, I liked his response to the question.
The coffee bean one?
I love the coffee bean one,
Yeah.
but I almost say go and read it because it literally is
it's
paragraph,
funny.
but it's hilarious, and I don't know if we do it justice because of the way it's written so perfect.
Yeah, maybe go and read it.
But I was looking at the one about the enemy. That's
Oh, that was a good one too.
If your worst enemy was on fire across the street and you had a bucket of water,
Yeah.
would you be like, is my worst enemy testing me with this scenario? He really should have thought this through because my hobbies happen to include collecting buckets of water.
Mm-hmm.
And this one's a keeper. And his response is, yes, how did you know? Although you'd have to replace bucket of water with jar of formaldehyde and my worst enemy with this rampaging elephant and testing me with about to have the time of his life. Other than that, though, dead on. Spooky.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I like this question the most, I think. What's the most dangerous thing you've ever done on a toilet?
Yeah.
And I think I like
Doug.
I like Doug's,
Yeah.
but I like Angela's response even better. Wow. Is it sad that I can think of a few things?
Yeah, that was very solid. Although I love
that's a really funny answer.
I love the innocence of Doug's answer, which was ate a ham sandwich.
I can tell you I can tell you the most dangerous thing I've done over a toilet.
Oh God! Why do we all dread this?
Well, that's the thing. It wasn't
We
really,
fell into this trap, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
It wasn't really me. It was in grade school, and my friend got a cherry bomb. He and his family went down to Mexico, and he
Typical.
came back with a cherry bomb. So one afternoon, like at recess, he's like, "Let's go into the boys' bathroom. We'll drop the cherry bomb in."
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to wash my hands of it, but I said I'll watch because I didn't want anything to do with it. So
And of course, being a spectator can
You're an
only make
accomplice.
you an accessory. I
Right.
believe that you still get charged with
I believe you're still
first-degree
going to
murder.
jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's how the story progresses. So my friends and I walked in, and my one friend just dropped the bomb in the toilet. And wow, it was pretty interesting what happened because have you ever seen a cherry bomb like blow up in a toilet?
Only on the one.
No.
It makes this enormous guttural sound,
Yeah, you probably blew all the pipes out.
and then water started like pouring
Shooting
up.
Yep.
So then I was like, holy shit. And my friends ran and I kind of froze. And then one of the nuns came. So I ducked into one of the other stalls. And the nun came in and she watched the toilet as it was like hemorrhaging water.
Uh-huh.
And She's like, "Is anyone in here?" And then I kind of put my feet on the stall next to it.
Smart.
And I held my breath. And she never found me.
Wow.
So then she
Wow.
walked out. And that's how I evaded detection.
Wow.
That's pretty good. I would have just jumped down and walked out and been like, "There's water."
Water. Yeah, I would have had my pants around my ankles. Like I was trying to poop, and water just shot. You would be a suspect though.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
I never got caught though, but that was a good thing. because,
Until
like,
now.
Oh.
Secret sister, come in.
Yeah, if I got caught, I would have had it beaten out of me, and I would have had to, give away my friends, but I never did.
You wouldn't have had to give away.
What's the over-under on how quickly Mike turns on his friends in an interrogation situation? In
Well, he doesn't
minutes.
know that he's doing it. Just like when he gives away all these names.
Right. Yeah, he's just
They're like, "Who did this with you?" He's like,
I was
"Oh,
here
Joe,
with Rick,
Carlos.
and
Yeah, we were all
and
hanging
Sean.
out."
Yeah,
It's
like,
like,
and then
And they're like, "You just sold out your friends." No,
No.
there's a ton of Joes.
Oh, there's a
and
lot of
Ricks
guys
and
with those
Carloses
names.
and
Lots
Joe.
of guys. Hey, here's another answer I liked a lot from the bucket question. This is one of my favorites too. Danny wrote, and just note the detail at the end. Danny wrote, "I would drink the water in front of her," as if to imply it would have to be a
Be a
woman.
woman.
Yeah.
Well, that's Danny.
That's it. Again, this is the baby puncher.
I was confused on one question, or not confused, but just kind of
All right.
threw me for a loop.
Sure.
It was the first crush, and
Oh, yeah,
the only person that answered that.
Well, that was kind of an inside thing.
Was
Tina, who is actually a person I've known forever. I knew her first crush, and that was the guy. And he had this guy used to have a Chicago White Sox hat, and it was a black Chicago White Sox hat. But he got wording put on the side of it that said "smooth."
very smooth.
So we always called this guy Smooth because he had a Chicago White Sox hat.
Sweet.
And when you looked at this from a side profile in white lettering, he had stitched on or had somebody stitch on the word Smooth because he was smooth. And he would even say,
Obviously.
he'd even go, "Look at me, Donnie, I'm smooth."
It's Donnie.
That was kind of my high school nickname. My buddies called me Donnie.
Did he have a thing like written out on his hair? Like back
No,
in the
he never
day?
etched anything. Although we did have a guy on my high school football team. It was my freshman or sophomore year, and what people would do is like get their number etched into their hair.
Oh.
And this guy was number 66.
What is it, like iced tea?
Yeah.
This guy was number
no.
Vanilla ice.
Vanilla
like
ice.
Vanilla Ice. Yeah, it was the same era. So this guy was number 66, but he did it himself in the mirror, so it came out as number 99.
But how doing it in the mirror do you flip it backwards?
I don't know.
Flip it upside down.
I think he thought he had to flip it backwards because it was in the mirror, kind of like the ambulance when you read that in the backwards of your rearview mirror. I think he outthought himself and he outsmarted himself and he gave himself a 99 instead of a
I
66.
want Mike to put a vitamin C on his head.
Vitamin C would be
No,
awesome.
I was thinking of making a T-shirt actually, though. Vitamin C.
No, I want to have that hair.
I had
With a
2
big
Nike
football.
swooshes on either side when I was like 9.
Did you really?
You had a fade.
Yep. I did. I had a
No,
fade
he had
and I had
Nike swooshes.
Nike
Yeah, but a
swooshes
fade,
in there.
you have to have a fade
You have
in
to have
order
a
to-
fade to get it to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a Nike swoosh on each side,
That is amazing.
and
never-
I,
I never had
still
a
looked
fade.
like an idiot.
I had a mullet.
I can
No,
believe
you
that.
I
didn't.
have no
Well, no,
trouble
you.
believing that. He was a little rock guy though.
Yeah, in
When
high
I was in
school.
the 8th grade, it was actually popular because at the time, Silver Spoons was a popular show, and Ricky Schroeder had a mullet.
Mullet.
So yeah, it was pretty popular.
I used to have a wavy brown curly hair,
no.
like a Greek god.
You were a Greek
I had
guy.
hair.
What
You should have
happened?
seen this hair.
What happened?
21 years old. Boom, like just almost overnight.
Fire.
Just like I
Like a
shook
forest
my
fire.
like an old Christmas tree. I just shook my head and like all the bristles came out, and that was it. Then a couple years of the dreaded comb over, just denial, just trying to pretend it wasn't there, spraying my hair with all kinds of shit to keep it like a helmet.
So did you like in the comb over? Did you grow one side? Is that what it is?
One side grew naturally, so
So-
like I would have like a lot more hair on this side, and I could just go like this over
Really?
the one side. Yeah, but yeah.
Did people ever comment on it, or they just didn't even care?
Nobody like I had my one buddy Joe back home, and he's kind of my ambassador to style and cool. Like when I go shopping at home for Christmas, this is the guy I go with because he knows like what is cool and whatever. And like when I was 22, 21, when this was starting to go, he's like, "You got to shave your head. You got to shave your head." So basically, it took a couple years of that, him saying that over and over before I finally broke and did it. And then he was like ecstatic. But he's like the guy I trust now for all fashion.
I think you should
advice.
grow it back.
I would look like a professor or something like
Yeah.
that. I have that like or a professional bowler or whatever.
Right.
Like
Oh yeah.
you classic guy because I have no hair in the middle, like it's all on the
Right.
sides. So I would look like a dad or something, you know.
Well, I think that's true, but I would grow it back if I were you.
Well, I can't. I can't
Fortunately,
go back here.
Carlos isn't your ambassador to style.
No, you're not. Although you got a little widow's peak going now.
Yeah, I always had a widow's peak. That's like
Yeah.
a natural thing in my family.
Yeah.
I got one of those too. You just can't tell because my hair hangs down.
Because
but
your hair
look,
hangs
yeah.
down so low. Oh yeah, you too.
I have a widow's peak. My
Yeah.
my
Well, I think
entire
I kinda
life.
do
was
too.
born with one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Sorry.
you guys.
Sorry, Joe.
You guys are gonna. It's all right.
Sorry, buddy.
As soon as I shaved my head, my life got a lot better.
My friend in high
Well,
school.
so you say.
My friend in high school, like you could categorize like people in a way, like with their hair and their hair loss, by like putting your amount of fingers between your eyebrow and like your hairline. And so if you were like a 3, you had a lot of hair. If you were like a 4, you had a big haircut or a big head. Like and the hair was going back. So he mentioned that his girlfriend had a 4.
Wow.
And then his girlfriend got really pissed at
I
him
bet.
and broke up with him.
I bet.
I would break up with her.
Yeah,
Really?
But it was all over that.
Well, speaking of girlfriends and things, one of the questions on here was first kiss.
Yeah.
And I think my favorite response from Doug, who is a listener in the podcast, Doug's response was, "Is mace a kiss?" So that was very.
I don't know.
And that was I think
I
that, you know what, and it's honest. It's very
Yes.
honest. Very honest.
I could see that.
Yeah, very honest. So I thought that was a great response.
I like Mike S. Whoever that is.
Yeah.
That was good.
7th grade gym teacher. Yeah, he had some great responses too.
Danny had a good one with that too.
Yeah, Danny's
Thought
was
Danny's,
good too. First kiss of a conscious girl came 2 years after his first
Yep.
kiss of an unconscious girl, which was very solid. Yeah. Oh, and Mike, you'll like this. Mike S. wrote to say that the 2011 Academy Award for Best Picture will go to a movie called Joe and Mike Go to Chipotle. He's basically saying we're going to be the new Harold and Kumar of 2011.
Oh, that's kinda
And that's
cool.
going to
Yeah.
be Best Picture.
It's going to be Best
I was gonna
Picture.
say, yeah, it's
Mike,
not exactly Harold
you know
and
what?
Kumar.
You know how that
if
movie
you,
wins Best Picture? Mike plays a very dramatic role,
Yeah.
and then I play like comedy.
No, Mike plays a very dramatic role, and you play a mentally handicapped person.
Exactly.
That means like finally the Academy Awards woke up and did actually a popular vote.
Right,
Like get the audience
exactly.
to vote in.
Exactly. You know, here's the thing about Mike. Like, if they did a remake of Harold and Kumar and made it into a drama, Mike would want to do it because it would be dramatic. Because you love drama, you love dramatic things.
He'd be like,
Well,
He'd be
not,
like-
not drama and light, but I like the dramatics of acting.
Exactly.
And whatnot.
he'd be
Yeah.
like, Kumar,
Exactly.
we gotta go.
Right. The Neil Patrick Harris scene would take on a whole new.
Oh, God.
I like.
level.
You
It
know,
would be
I like,
Robert
I like
De Niro.
The,
coming.
Robert,
I like the dramatic score in the movie. I like. We just saw Carl's and I actually just saw The Orphanage. And,
I just saw that too.
It's it wasn't as scary as I thought it'd be, but the
Nope.
score was really nice and dramatic.
Score was
Love that
good.
kind of stuff.
They cut outside to a little, what are those called? Not a Ferris wheel. What's a Ferris wheel that you have in your house where kids just spin around on it?
A mulberry pole.
Not a carousel. Something
Yeah,
like
I was
that.
thinking
like
carousel.
Wait,
You know what I'm talking? Like in a playground, there's like a thing that spins around and kids run on it and spin
Oh
around.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just I don't know.
A merry-go-round.
Yeah,
loop
kind of-
de loop, roundy round.
Kind of. Yeah, I know what you're talking
around
about.
here.
But one of those things,
A
like a little,
circle.
you know,
Oh, a
kids
roundy.
thing. A
Yeah.
roundy. And they would cut every scene. Seemed that it was cut. They would cut outside to a shot of this house with the little like carousel slowly moving like in the wind.
Ooh,
Yeah.
creepy.
But it was like the first time it cut. I was like, oh, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
And then every
Yeah.
transition was a shot of this house. And then,
Did it lose its effect?
yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much, quite
so
a bit actually.
They should have cut to other things like a fun slide with a leaf going down it, or a seesaw.
The movie, like, there was only
Yeah.
one scary
haunted.
scene in it. One scary scene, really, and that was it.
I
You know,
feel like
thought The Ring was scary.
people really liked it because it was kind of it wasn't the greatest movie. It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that good. But it was in another language.
Oh,
And when
people
you
loved
put
it.
subtitles, it's
Yeah.
like, oh,
But
Make
there-
people think they're smart.
There was some good moments there. I liked it.
Yeah, I agree.
And it was Spanish. So
You would like that. Here, question number 27. Do you think we'd all like our feet so much if we called them by their function they perform shoe rapists?
that I don't know if I like that because that implies that my shoes are unwilling, and I've
But
never
that's a
heard them
good
say
point.
no.
That's a good point.
I think they might like it.
I always felt like if there was anything that was violated every day, it was the sanctity, the sanctity of a shoe.
well, what do you call pants then?
Yeah, that's a cool leg rapists. Wow. I didn't even think of that.
Well, no, you'd call legs pant rapists.
Pants rapists.
But see, that's what I don't understand is because I just feel like if something was built for something, the shoe was built
But a shoe
for me
in
to
it-
put my foot in
A
it.
shoe in its natural state in the shoe store has no feet in it.
Would you call that its natural state? Or would you call the shoe store its womb? And when it's on my feet, it's
You know
truly
what?
living.
You totally shot this question to shit, Sean.
Oh.
You've blown the logic apart.
I'm sorry, but I got to put my pre-law degree to work, and I wouldn't call it an unwilling participant. It's consensual sex.
Here, Sean. I'm sorry. I'm a thinker. I'm sorry.
Hey, Joe,
who I am.
what's your best physical feature?
What's my best physical feature? Probably, I'd say I have great teeth. I have very solid teeth.
I'll say that.
Yeah, I have good teeth. Every time I go to the dentist, my hygienist always says, "You have great teeth," and that makes me more motivated to wash and brush and floss.
That's
and
all you
that
got.
stuff. Yeah, because I don't ever want to go in there and she'll go, "What's happening to your teeth?" It would break my heart for that to happen for some reason. I can't
Really?
explain why. Yeah,
Wow.
I think it has something to do with my competitive nature that I need
Probably.
to. I need to always be told that I have good teeth.
Yeah.
If if like a bill collector said like, you always pay your bills
Yeah,
on time,
I'd
would
be
that
like,
get you?
I'd be like, "I'll pay you earlier."
Yeah.
I would do that.
I'll pay you
The
right
thing
now.
about you, Joe, is you always overpay for everything.
Exactly.
Well, fuck, it's my character trait.
That's just who I am.
I'm that guy. If
I-
I'm not the guy who overpays, who am I?
That's sometimes how I feel. If somebody compliments me on something, I do feel the need to uphold that thing. Like my one buddy, the same guy who's my ambassador to style back in Cleveland. He'll like if he's trying to think of a Simpsons quote and he can't place the context, he always calls me, and if I don't know it, I'm crushed. So he'll be like, "What's the quote where Homer says, oh, I'll never be the darling of the city fathers. Oh, sure." And he'll go on and like say part of the quote, and I'll finish it for him, and or what have you, or I'll help him find the episode or whatnot. So. And I'll feel devastated if I can't, because that's my role in his life, is to be his Simpsons quote guy.
It's true. Sometimes a compliment works backwards. Like sometimes someone can compliment me, and it's like, oh god, now I have to be that person for the rest of forever.
Yep. Yeah. Kind of like on a similar note, I don't know if we've talked about this before, but some people get like looped into a certain like category. Like my one aunt is a bird lady, so every gift she gets is a bird gift.
Oh yeah,
Do
my
you guys-
mom's a dog person.
Dog person,
My cat person.
cat
yeah.
person
Yes.
for your mom or for
Yes.
you.
Both.
Both, yeah, exactly. So everybody has. I think my mom was ladybugs for a while, and then maybe it was like strawberries. So
Mike's mom is a potato masher.
potato mashers.
Well, it's kind of an older thing, but yeah.
She likes potato mashers.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I once, as a joke, I gave her a.
An unmashable potato. You dick! What a jerk.
Well, first of all,
Worst
she
you could give
what
to
a
a mother.
she has a
an unmashable potato.
She has a potato masher, and the bulb part of it is actually glass.
Wow.
So I always thought that'd be funny. But like,
what?
well,
Okay.
because you mash it up and you get glass in your fucking potatoes.
That would be terrible.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, like, she doesn't use it. But my joke to her,
So she says.
my joke.
It's my brain exploding because I don't understand anything you just said. So your mom likes potato mashers. That's her
collects
thing.
them, yeah.
Okay, now it seems like you can only really get one of those. It's like I'm a can opener guy. I get a ton of can openers. Then two, you just tell me that she's got a glass potato masher.
Yeah,
Like it's
from
glass in your
1925 or
in
something
your
like
food.
that.
And then three, you tell me that she has a fully functional thing that is meant to be used.
She doesn't use it. Yeah, she doesn't use like the potato mashers.
I understand you so much more right now.
She's an antique. She likes antiques. So like the potato mashers are like antiques. She doesn't actually use them. She just collects them.
All right, that makes it a little.
So my
more
joke
sense.
was one year I got a stone and I tied a stick to it and I said it was a potato masher from the Stone Age.
Wow.
What did your dad say? Did he shake his head and cross his arms to say,
Did he punch you?
You were a mistake.
No,
Oh.
he just got up and poured a glass of scotch.
Yeah, I'm sure.
about
I'm
it.
sure you did that a lot during your childhood.
He got up and went to the bathroom.
Yeah. Carlos, will you please pick up Sean's head off the floor?
I will.
Because it,
Wait, hold on,
it
hold
fell
on.
off about 3 minutes ago.
Sean, you okay?
Oh, what did I miss?
Well, while your head was on the floor, Mike kept us riveted.
Oh, hey, Sean, I have a question.
Yes, Carlos.
Who was your first girlfriend?
My first girlfriend. I don't.
Because that was like when you were in high school? Or
Yeah, no. I do remember a girl kissed me when I was in like the 5th grade on the cheek.
Ooh.
Just a little like peck
Sweet.
on the cheek.
Very
And this
sweet.
is who I am, and all the guys are gonna think I'm a pussy, and all the girls are gonna love me for this.
I bet Carlos and I will switch those two emotions.
It'll go, yeah. And you guys will split the difference.
Yes.
I took a piece of Scotch tape, put it on my cheek,
Oh my
and taped it off,
God.
and had the lip marks on a piece of paper, and in a very Costantini moment, showed it to my mom.
Oh my
That's
God.
kind of
I'm precious.
sick.
I want to eat you up.
I know.
That's kinda
I want to put
sick.
Sean Kearney in my pocket and take him to the mall.
That's like the alarm would ring, like Jeffrey Dahmer is my kid or something.
I
Like.
told you.
No.
I told you we would have opposite reactions.
And when I kiss my girlfriend now, I take the same piece of Scotch tape and I put it down in a scrapbook.
Right, and he has a
ladies.
scrapbook full of kisses.
A scrapbook of kisses,
Yeah.
a book of poetry by
It's
Sean
scary.
Kearney.
He has marked every kiss.
That's
in
like,
his relationship.
why did you just nail every condom you've ever used on the wall?
Maybe there's a special place in the garage for something like that.
He's anyway denying it. Sean,
It's a
speak
nice little
up.
place.
Sean looks like the cat who just ate the canary.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
really did. Mike, you
It's
look
called
like
memories.
Mike. You look like you have something on your mind.
You look like the Buddha.
Yes, looks like the thinking man.
What was
without
your
the
What was
thinking.
your
The thinking
first?
man's
What
Buddha.
was Mike Costantini's first kiss like?
Oh,
And is there evidence of it anyway?
No, actually, no.
on the potato mash.
it was a potato masher.
My first kiss was with my guitar.
Oh, even creepier. he just went down and went up the notch with the.
man. I just when you think it could get
It
any
was
weirder.
it was a warm, balmy night.
Oh.
Hey, Joe,
There was
What?
I believe there was the Scorpions playing in the background. It was
There we go.
The
That's
song "Wind
yeah.
of Change," and I had learned the solo to. I had learned the guitar solo to Metallica, fade to black, and then I kissed my guitar.
If you're still listening, thank you for
Okay.
joining us.
no one's gonna ask me mine.
Carlos.
Oh, Carlos.
Carlos, let's ask you yours, because
My first kiss,
you
December 31st,
yeah.
2007.
Wait, what?
No,
With
what?
I know who it was.
Mike's
no.
guitar, you son of a.
Oh,
Yeah, you-
damn you!
I know who the lovely lady was. I think there was a
Wait,
kiss.
there was a New Year's kiss
I think
for
there was a New
Carlos?
Year's kiss for
Yes.
Carlos.
All right, let's do just the letter of her name, and then Mike will figure it out.
Yeah, I think Mike knows who it is, but Mike didn't know until like a week later, and it happened in front of Mike basically, and Mike didn't know until a week later.
Oh, he
I
was-
want
he
a
was-
letter.
Do you
Yeah.
want? Let's see. I'll give an H.
An H.
An H.
Yep, an H. So
Mike, what do you think? What's the don't? No, because you're gonna reveal the
Mike's,
name.
yeah, Mike's gonna be like, what's the most basic H there is?
Savannah or
Yeah.
something. It's gonna be the
Yeah,
H.
Elena. It's Elena-vich.
Howard.
It's Janice.
I mean, what? Unless her name's like Heidi or something very uncommon.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So, well, Carlos, we're very proud you finally got your first kiss a couple days ago. That's good.
I was
That's
kidding.
interesting.
That's good.
I was kidding.
That's the first one we knew about.
Well,
No.
that's true.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You have a mysterious past.
I do.
You are a mystery wrapped in a taco shrouded in a burrito. my friend.
I thought you were gonna say a Twinkie.
In a Twinkie wrapped in a soft shell
I like it.
with
That's very sweet.
with mojito sauce on it,
Thank you.
just like Taco Town.
I'm
That's a
hungry.
good movie. That's the sequel to the Best Picture.
Nice, very nice. All right, do you want to go around and do our final aftermath here? Hit it, Mike. Hit it, Mike. Hit it, Mike. Hit it, Mike.
Oh wow!
wow.
One more time. One more time.
That was late.
He just shot himself.
Keep going.
Just shot himself in the
Your
foot.
iPod is a little.
I told you I gotta get a new one. The iPod's
Yeah.
on the fritz.
I just hit play like 3 times.
Yeah, it's got
Finally
problems.
I think
played.
you
I told you.
You played it, then you paused it, and you played it, and then you paused it.
Got problems. All right, Mike, let's go ahead and have your final aftermath.
They got a couple.
Let's go with one.
Now they're short. I think if you want to avoid being caught, invincibility is your best friend. So utilizing the environment that you have.
But
It's the best thing.
invincibility means that you are that nobody can harm you. I think invisibility is what you're thinking.
Did you mean
of.
invisibility, like when you're in the bathroom stall?
Yes.
You said invincibility.
Well,
Like
that-
if
it
you
is
were a
invincibility. Because look, I was not.
Sean,
play,
come back.
play the aftermath again.
Sean,
That's
come
my
back.
brain right now.
Sean, come back. Don't.
Sean, no. No. Sean, no.
Yeah,
Aw.
that's what's
That
happening in
is my
Sean's head
brain
right
right
now.
now.
That's good enough.
That's the audience.
That's
right
good
there.
enough.
No, I think you got to play to your environment. I'd probably be a good covert agent because I would learn where to hide.
This is the guy who's been trying to give away all the names all episode long. All right, very very good, Carlos.
And actually, that was it.
Oh, okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
I thought that was it. You sounded like
Are you
that
sure?
was it.
Well, I had two things, but
Oh, what's your other
Well,
thing?
tell us.
What's your other thing?
No, I just wanted to, wish everybody. This is actually our first podcast in 2008, so just want to say thanks for listening.
That's very nice.
Thank you.
That's very nice. I'm glad, Mike. That's very nice.
Was that all? Was that all?
Now are you done?
Yeah, I'm finished.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
All right. Carlos?
All right. 2 words.
Yep.
American Idol.
I know.
It's the big times.
I know. You're missing it right now.
I'm missing it right now.
This is big for you.
But
Thank you for
this
being
was
here.
fun. I
I'm
admit
glad
it.
you were able to make
This was
time
fun.
out. Yeah, to do that.
And I like questionnaires. And the
Good.
most important question of the whole thing was McDonald's or Burger King.
Right, and you are solidly on the side of McDonald's in that
Yes,
one.
yes,
I know.
I
That is
agree.
not even in discussion.
Double cheeseburger.
Yeah.
$1.
That's a good move for Carlos.
It is. And the cookies are good too.
I know. Carlos eats more McDonald's cookies than anybody.
You like
I-
the clown,
I know.
too.
And Pib. They have Pib.
And they have Pib, which is of course very very clutch.
But after that, yeah. But I think that's it.
okay, well, very good.
No, that's it. That's
okay,
it.
thank you, Carlos. Now Sean is diligently looking something up
Vladimir.
on his iPod Touch.
Well, I wanted to do a little bit of a test right now, and
Uh-oh.
I looked up Sean and Joseph
Okay, well, very good. Let's
on
close out with
baby
that.
names popularities.
Yep.
And I just wanted to see.
I gotta think
as of-
Sean's more popular than
I don't
Joseph.
think Joe.
I think say Sean.
All right, so the closest year I can find for myself, 2006,
Yep.
68th.
Okay.
68.
Wow.
Yep. And
Oh.
I'm going to go over to Joe,
All right.
and the name Joseph
All right.
in the same year, 2006. Now
I'm gonna say like 90th.
all right, I'm 68th. Joseph, 11.
No
Wow.
way.
11.
see that.
Surging
Yeah.
popularity.
As high as 6 in 2003.
Incredible. It made a comeback. That's
made
great.
a big comeback. 5 between the years of the decade of 1900 to 1909, 5th place.
Wow. I'm
Yeah.
impressed.
So you're almost to like 1900s
proud.
when they probably had 1,000 less
Right.
names.
I know.
Hey,
Yeah.
how about the letter V?
Okay. Well, that's enough of that.
Oh.
All right. Hey, thank you for joining us for this week's podcast. This will be the last one. We're gonna skip a week because somebody is going on vacation at 2 weeks after Christmas break vacation.
He needed a break.
Someone needed a break after his break.
Ah.
So our esteemed producer, engineer, co-host Mike will be venturing down south of the border. Very exciting. You looking forward to your trip?
Yeah, it's gonna be good to get away.
What are you gonna do down there?
I don't know. Just look at the ocean and
Sounds great.
Wow.
Great. No, that's nice. Mike's
You're gonna
be
have the
on
time of your life.
Yep, you're gonna be on a cruise. That'll be very nice. So good
Yeah.
for you. Very, very.
Is
good
that
for you.
it?
So yeah, that'll be So we're gonna skip next week, and then we'll come back with something all new and fun, and
Really?
look forward. I hope so. And look forward to talking to you guys again. Thanks a lot.
That's all for this episode of The Second Column. For more information, go to joedonatelli.com.